Hello Pisces, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. This could also be current. For others of you, this could be a situationship, and for a small portion of you, this could be somebody that you've met. There's a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self. So I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. My God, Pisces. Almost every single negative card that has the negative kinds of energies, gloomy, dark, dreary, you got it all here. But this is not you, this is your person of interest. Some of you will write in the comments below, there's no such thing as a negative card. Well, there is such a thing as negative emotions. And for me, these cards represent emotions. So for me, yes, this is negative. You literally have here, it's very concerning. This is a lot, actually, for your person of interest. Because of the intensity of these cards, guys, you might also be going through many of these emotions. I don't think I've seen these many, in all honesty, in a reading so far online. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goodness gracious me. 7 cards. Only 3 are little happy cards. But this is really good. This one is good. Feelings and emotions that does have a lot of hope. This is going to be very emotional. Disclaimer, your person of interest here is going through a lot. I'm going to go through a lot because I'm going into their emotions. I'm already dreading that, but there's so much going on here. We have here doubt, boundaries, order and chaos. We have challenge, illness, wellness, feelings and emotions, death and rebirth, surrender, grief, crisis. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. All right. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Pisces, everything that I believed on the inside has been shattered. Everything that I thought that could be between us, I don't believe it anymore. Now there is a lack of faith, there's a lack of trust in this connection, and there's a lot of doubts. I don't know whether or not this connection might even work out. Even though I may have love, even though I may have feelings for you, it doesn't matter. There are boundaries between us. And I have put up these boundaries because it's the easiest thing for me to do. Out of sight, out of mind. I don't have to think about you. I don't have to worry. I don't have to face you. Because of the things that I've done in the past, I know I should be. I know I should be bold, but I don't have the strength. And these boundaries that exist between us, it creates distance. This is why there's a lack of communication. This is why I don't connect with you and I don't reach out to you. I put these boundaries up because it's my safe place. I have doubts whether or not this communication and this connection is even going to work. Even if I talk to you, I don't know. And because I have doubts, I've put up these boundaries, these walls. Currently, Pisces, what's going on in my heart and mind, everything that has happened, all the memories that I have of the both of us, all the things that I have done to you. I'm at a crossroads now. And I need to make a decision. I need to take a path, to make a choice. And everything around me is cloudy. There's a road that I'm supposed to follow, a path that I'm supposed to take, and that path is supposed to lead me to you. That's supposed to be the right path. But I can't see it. I am blinded. I don't know which way to go. Should I go forwards, backwards, left, or right? These emotions that I have, they come and go. But the one constant is the lack of understanding that I have about us, about this connection, about what all happened. I need clarity. I need to understand. And I need to stop being so damn jealous. Commitment was a thing, I know. But I stayed away from it. I didn't commit to you. No, I wanted to stay different. I had different aims, different goals. I feel that this connection is very challenging. It's almost as if I've reached the summit, and yet I just can't climb that mountain. I can't. The challenge here is I've realized this is a problem that just can't be solved. This is now a riddle that just can't be solved. It's a solution I can't find. And because I can't find these solutions, I can't find an answer. I keep my distance and I put up these walls because I feel that this connection is very challenging. I myself am stuck with restrictions, constraints, boundaries, trauma that I myself have gone through in the past. I am unable to reach out to you that the way that you would like me to. And you know that there is love. You know that there are feelings and emotions here coming from my side. But why do I hold back? Why do I put boundaries up? If I love you, they should not be up. But there's more to this than just love. I want to be that person that you can trust, that person that you can have compassion for, even respect. There's nothing for me right now. I feel useless. I feel worthless. All I have for you is love, but everything else is just crap. Everything about me. A part of me, yes, loves you. There are feelings and emotions here. When you're happy, I'm happy. But there are things that are weighing me down below the surface of this water. I feel despair, desperation, even depression. The circumstances that are around me prevent me from being with you the way that you would like me to. And I know that in the past, everything that was done was wrong. But in the future, I'm hoping to create something new with you. To have death of the old and a rebirth of the new. I want to have a second chance with you, Pisces. Because I have surrendered myself to you. I've surrendered my mind, my heart, my body to you. Everything about me. There's this feeling of belonging now where I belong to you and you belong to me. But my mind right now can't even think of that. Because I grieve. I feel sadness, melancholy. I feel lonely. And I miss you. I do miss you because I realized what I did was wrong. I feel guilty, remorse, regret. I can't change the things that I did. I can't turn back time. I screwed up big time. I screwed up badly. And now my mind is in a crisis. My mind, it's just a mess. I am overwhelmed with the things that have happened. I'm overwhelmed with the emotions that I feel inside of me for you. I need time, Pisces, to sort these emotions out, to make sense of certain things that I'm confused about, to understand better, to have more clarity. Only then will I be able to focus and take that path, make the right decision, and break down those boundaries. My mind is a mess right now. I'm overwhelmed. There's a sense of impatience, frustration, mental anguish. For now, all I do is sulk, sit by myself, try to make myself feel better through and with unhealthy habits. And I still keep up my boundaries because I doubt that even if I was to reach out to you, you'd ever want to be with me. That's why I grieve, because I've lost you forever. That's why I'm overwhelmed, because I've lost you. But there's a small glimmer of hope where I want to have a restart in this connection. Because deep down, I do have feelings and emotions for you. Pisces, what happened? Like, this would be very long. You guys are going to write long, not emails, but long comments here. And I don't mind. Tell me your story, because this is huge. It's like one thing after the other. In this connection I'm seeing, there was just way too many obstacles. The obstacles could have been from oneself, but it could also be from other people. I am seeing here that the connection could have been and should have been easy, but it was not. Because you have this card too, this sometimes talks about other individuals that are interfering. For me, this is how I interpret this card. That the circumstances around your individual here, your person of interest, they can't release themselves from it. They have certain responsibilities, certain obligations, and even trauma, certain things that have been bothering them for years, something that might be recent. But whatever the case is, guys, your person of interest is not in a happy place right now, honestly. There's too many cards that have come up that are just, for me, like I said, very negative, very sad. But it's important to have those kind of cards too, because now we know what the story is all about. All right. Let's breathe. Goodness gracious me. And who are you? Aha, of course, it would be you. 10 of Staffs. All right, guys. So this deck is the Lover's Path Tarot. And I like to have a look at this deck to see what happened in this connection that may have made the situation get a bit worse. So what was going on in this person's mind at the time when things were going great, but all of a sudden it just started to go downhill. Things got worse for you, but what happened? What was going on in their mind? This is for those of you that never received any sort of closure. You were ghosted. This person faded over time. The communication is just less. You just wonder what happened. So hopefully this will provide you with some clarity and some guidance. We have here the 10 of Staffs as well as the Queen of Arrows, and these I do read in the reverse. So hopefully this will provide you some reasons as to why they did what they did. These are not excuses. This is just what happened in their life, because people have issues in their lives. We have here, wow, overwhelmed and burdened by responsibilities. Isn't that what I just said? You did have the crisis card earlier. You had the crisis right here, and you had illness, wellness right here, which talks about responsibilities, burdens, restrictions, constraints, right? The circumstances that one is under. The overwhelming card here, which was the crisis card, that does talk to me about being very overwhelmed. The mind is just like going 1,000 miles a minute. Like it's just whoosh, whoosh. It's just like a whirlwind, right? Too much is going on in this person's heart and in their mind. Now, success that becomes overwhelming with responsibilities. So they were doing something, okay? In their life, they were doing something that was very important. Before they were denying any sort of responsibilities, but then they started to feel overwhelmed by the work because now this work became burdensome. Not only that, but it was responsibility. It's something that they could not let go of. Remember earlier I was talking about the illness wellness card where there's a sense of responsibility where, like I said, the circumstances, right? So this person could not let go of that. Sometimes there are situations in life where we are bound and there is no way out. And logically, morally, you can't abandon your responsibilities. This is something that happened in this particular situation where the boundaries were also caused by them simply just being busy. Them spending their time, energy, and effort somewhere else other than you. We also have here the Queen of Arrows. The Queen of Arrows talks about how your person of interest started to not act as an honest individual. Here talks about a lack of wisdom as well. This could have symbolized, and this can symbolize, loss or wounds that occur within oneself despite good intentions of another person. Sharp words that wound people and that affect relationships. So sharp words may have been spoken here. There may have been arguments, cursing, swearing, things like that. But whatever it is, it does talk about how somebody may have tried to do something in a way. Your person of interest here feels this. They had tried to do something in a way with good intentions, but the way they said it, the way they approached it was not the right way. It was not very comprehensive. We also have here psychological or emotional manipulation. Now, this card sometimes splits into two different categories. Either they feel that you were psychologically and emotionally manipulating them, or they feel that that is what, not they feel, but they know that that is what they were actually doing to you. that they were trying to manipulate you, either emotionally or either psychologically. But whatever the case is, in this connection, there is the key word here, manipulation, and the fact that words were spoken in a way where the intention was one thing, but it was interpreted as something completely different. Okay, it was something else. So somebody here may have been spending their time somewhere else, and when they came to explain themselves, what I'm up to, what I'm doing, somebody here didn't believe them. Basically, that's what it comes down to. Somebody here also may have been lying or cheating, and they were overwhelmed, but they told a story and somebody else did not believe them. So it does talk about communication that may have been misinterpreted, and it may not have been misinterpreted at all. It could have just been plain old lies for some of you, not all of you. But for others of you, I do see this person simply just being overwhelmed with life, too many things going on, and they were trying to do things and say things in a way so that you could understand, but the way they were doing it, it wasn't right. The information just didn't come through correctly the way it should have been. All right. I have here, okay, a flyer. We have here the King of Cups. So this is the Beginner's Tarot. So this is any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have towards you. Aha. Whoa. So we do have a peekaboo card here. Judgment. Some of you are in a third-party situation. Where you're so overwhelmed. One was so overwhelmed. They're always working, trying to have, I'm seeing the word gaslighting, emotional manipulation, lying. Some of you here were in a situation where somebody was having a third party and they were lying about it. And they were not giving you the time of day. So that was really irritating for you, obviously. It's heartbreaking. And now they realize, because they are grieving, okay, they are guilty, and they are feeling bad about what they did. And now they're just overwhelmed because they don't know what to do about it. They've lost you. That's what they feel. Those were the current set of cards, right? Here, we finally have somebody with this personality of the King. This is the King of Cups. They've realized that you are this individual that truly makes them feel emotional. Remember, you did have that card, right? Emotions and feelings. So they do realize that you are that one special person who truly does make them feel loved. And this love they feel is unconditional, that comes from you. What's interesting about this is that they want to offer you love now as well, a cup of love. This love is very mature. This love is long-term. It's very emotional. They want to share it with you, but they also see you as somebody who has now almost like fallen into the shadows. That's what I'm seeing. You're no longer rushing into this as you once did. It's almost like you feel defeated. I'm getting the word defeated. Some of you feel defeated. Boost, I'm seeing boost. Some of you need a boost. We have here how this person views you as someone who is very intuitive, but they also know that you know, and you hope that this connection is headed somewhere. You are aware of this. You know this. But they don't know what you are going to do in the coming future. A part of them also feels that they know and feel in this connection that you guys are destined to be together. But nobody's truly revealing what's in their heart and in their mind. They're reflecting, though. With the Six of Pentacles, this does talk to me about wanting to take you out. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, coffee, tea, whatever. It does appear that they have made their choice, and their choice is you, and they want to be with you. They want to have fun. We also have here the Five of Wands. Disagreements, struggles, conflicts, arguments. rumors, jealousy. This is from other people. Like we had the illness wellness card, where we have the responsibilities and we have other people, like I mentioned earlier, that may be causing problems. Well, here we have it again. For a small portion of you, if this is a third-party situation, this could literally just be the partner or the spouse, or it could be yourself or the other person's partner or spouse. So there are others, okay? It's not just the both of you. There are others. Now, these other people could be friends, family, society, beliefs. It could be anything. But whatever it is, it's causing a problem in this connection. And because of them, it's very difficult to move forward in this relationship because you have other individuals that are kind of affecting the story. And it's not good because truly they shouldn't be affecting it, right? But these are factors and they play into this whole story that you have. And the problem here is that if they're there, then there's no connection between the both of you. If they're not there, then the both of you can be together happily ever after, that type of thing. We also have here judgment. So a part of them feels that there is a lot of spiritual connection between the both of you. They also feel that it's okay if the both of you were to restart and start with an honest and open connection. Here, it talks a lot about transparency, clarity, honesty, wanting a second chance, but also starting it off on the right foot, right? The overall arching theme we have is lovers. So some of you may be in a third-party situation. Now, third party could be between you and two individuals, okay? A choice that needs to be made. This could be, well, yeah, you, or it could be them choosing between two individuals. But either way, it does show it's a third party. Now, if it's not an affair-related issue, it could also be that a company, an organization has control over the way your fate and destiny is playing out. It could be that one of you is working for a company where you're not allowed to be together. And so there's interference by other people. The circumstances are wrong, right? It could also be that someone here is taking care of a sick loved one. They are taking care of the kids during the weekends, so two people cannot be together during the weekends. Why? Because there's a responsibility that they have. Remember the word responsibilities, right? Because we also had the 10 of staves earlier. So there's that burden of responsibilities, although kids should not be considered as burden. That's part of you. Even if they are adopted, they're still yours. Burdened by responsibilities, being overwhelmed, not being able to make a choice, not being able to move on. This is a continuous theme in this reading. All right. So I did definitely see here the intention, okay? I do see the intention that they have. They do want, and this is kind of a warning here, Pisces, they do want to be with you, but there's also other people involved and they will still be involved. Even after you guys get together, even if you decide to give them that second chance, I still see other people causing issues here. So be careful, beware, do what you think is right for you. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. All right, I have here Archangel Answer cards, and these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. All right. Interesting. So we have here, first card's the strongest, forgiveness. So remember, your person of interest is grieving, right? They have put up those boundaries. They find the situation challenging. So what have they done? They've really kept their distance from you. However, they're doing this because they don't know what to say. They feel sorry, they just don't know how. One day, Pisces, this person is going to approach you just like that King of Cups. And first things first, they are going to ask for forgiveness. Now, some of you are going to want to forgive them, and others of you, you've just had enough, and that's okay. You've had enough and you want to move on. That's fine. You can also let go, just like the card says here. But for others of you, the easiest way to forgive is to have compassion for the person, to know that whatever they were going through, it was huge from their point of view and their mind, and they just didn't know any better. Whatever they did it because they thought it was right. Now, whether that was wrong, it is what it is, right? It's this person. You love this person, but some of you feel that you can't really forgive them anymore because of the intensity, especially the cards that you had. It was a lot in the beginning. So here, somebody is going to ask for forgiveness. Some of you are going to give it, some of you are not. We also have here, eventually, some of you are going to start to take some action. You're going to move forward in this connection, trying to make things a bit better, have more open and honest communication. We do have here, if you believe. So some of you will have that belief that, you know what, I can do this. This is an opportunity and I'm going to take it. If you believe, then you will succeed. Because this is a spiritually based romantic connection. Now, please understand, not all twin flame soulmates, karmic partners are meant to be together. Okay? It's not all the time. And then you wonder, why did this person come into my life then? Why? Well, some of the reasons are like to teach us a lesson, honestly. And it's not because we have forced ourselves into it, but before we come to planet Earth, we do see a script. Our soul goes through it, actually. It's like a story of our lifetime. And we've agreed to it. It's like a contract. So you, as a human being, the spirit and your body, would not know this. However, this is supposed to be something that we go through and we experience. And long after we're dead, we upload that experience into our soul's resume. That's what it's like if I was to explain it in that way. So everything that has happened, the good, bad, and the ugly, the soul has to experience it. Some of you are going to want to be with this person because they do have a special connection with you, a spiritual connection. And others of you, it's okay. This was simply a lesson. It was simply an experience. Don't consider it as a mistake. We also have here, communicate clearly. So eventually you are going to get the chance to communicate with this individual. Do be short, to the point. Don't really express yourself in a way where you're writing pages and pages. Maximum 4 or 5 points. And that's it. Let this person know exactly what's bothering you, what's on your mind. Because sometimes if we write too much, people do get lost in the details. We also have here, you are ready. So many of you have gone through a lot. Like I said, the good, bad, and the ugly, right? You've been through a lot. You've been there, done that. Here, it talks about you are ready. Some of you are ready to move forward in this connection, your mind, body, spirit, and your soul. It's all aligned, and it's good to go, and you're strong enough. For others of you, you are ready to let go. You have finally found the courage and the will to not be a choice anymore. And you're finally going to let go of this individual. For some of you. For others of you, it's important for you to let go because They are changing over time. They need to get their things in order, to gain that strength, to break that boundary. They need time for that. In the meantime, what do? You let go. Don't communicate with them. Don't contact them. Don't chase them in any sort of way. The person has feelings and emotions for you. They're grieving. They're trying to make a plan. They're trying to devise a method. How do they come back into Pisces life? Eventually they will. But it can only happen if you give them that time. And if you let go, you will make that space for them, and they will feel that feeling of desire and wanting to miss you. They will start to miss you. But that can only happen if you're not communicating with them as often as you do. We also have here a timeline, the overall arching theme. For both parties here, some of you are going to want to move on to somebody else, and that's fine. That's okay. For others of you, you want to stick around with this person, and that's okay too. For everybody, within the next few months, there are going to be some changes. I do see that here. If the majority of the reading is resonating for a few of you, then this should also come to fruition. I do see that. Pisces, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do read the comments, and I do try to write back as much as I can. Also, for those of you who are new, I do have another channel called Asnointia Audio. The videos there are absolutely free, just like this channel. And there I have videos on relationship-related advice, past life, and spiritual connections, very much related to this particular reading. I also have one video on negative energies. What and who are negative energies? How to recognize and remove. For those of you who are new, I also do personal readings. Some of you do ask in the comments below. And if you just go to my website, www.asnointia.com, you will see in the rates and packages section that I do have some packages that are available. Now, the link is also below in the description box here, so you can go and also click on that particular link that I have that takes you to the page. Now, some of them are also self-help guides, so please have a look at that as well. I have one on negative energy removal, and that's the one where I provide you with an assessment. So I do have the ability of having a look remotely in your home, wherever you live, as well as around your aura and inside of your body with the help of my angel guide, Angel Fakio. So I let you know what it is that you have, how many you have, and then I teach you how to get rid of these things. I also have a package on love reading and as well as past life and spiritual connections. Now, that one, it's not always past lives. There have been a few readings that I've done where it could be actually set in the future, meaning a future lifetime where you're not scheduled to be together in this lifetime, but at some point in the future, you will be. Also, my other channel, Asnointia Audio, please do have a look at that channel. Like I said, videos are absolutely free. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Many of you know that a while ago, and even now, the weather is really bad here where I live. It was really bad. First time we've had this much snow here. So a lot of respiratory issues once again. And like I said, because of that, sometimes it does take me a while to upload. And I'm very sorry because the days have been extended in that way. But many of you know I'm always like clearing my throat, and then I got to go back and cut it and then put them together. And it's just a lot of editing work is required when I'm not feeling well. So that's also why, guys, it takes a while for me to upload. But thank you so much for sticking in there and for always being there and for encouraging me. Please do like, share, and subscribe because right now it's very difficult for anyone to find my channel, in fact. All right, guys, you all take care, stay safe. I will see you guys again. Thank you. Bye now.